Among all the male archetypes, Sigma males are considered the social chameleons. Find out why and how this can help you in your own life. Hey, what's up Kaiju Pack? It's your boy Kaiju Kwon, here to bring you more Sigma Soul Sustenance. Now before I continue, if this video helped you in any way, if you learned something new or gained a new perspective, even if it made you feel better, all I ask is that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you feel the message will help a friend or family member, then do share the video with them. Thanks in advance guys, and let's dive into the topic. Not all Sigma males start with the same natural tendencies, as I have mentioned in a previous video. By nature, some of us did start out more extroverted than the others. However, once one has accepted his Sigma male status and is on the path to becoming the best version of himself, a mature Sigma balances off and naturally becomes an ambivert while mastering the art of self-monitoring. An ambivert is someone whose personality exhibits a balance of both an extrovert and an introvert, while the term self-monitoring refers to the desire and ability to monitor one's own social behavior in order to adapt to a particular situation or people with which you are interacting. This makes the Sigma male the most resilient among all types of male. He can jump from one environment to the other and adapt accordingly. He may not be the life of the party in social situations like an extrovert does, nor find absolute peace being a hermit in the desert like introverts, but you can bet that a Sigma will still be very effective in every circumstance that life throws at him. Like a chameleon that changes its colors to blend in with its environment, us Sigmas can too alter our personalities and even dress differently to fit the social environment. Hence the name, social chameleons. Additionally, just like a chameleon does not identify itself as its environment, we Sigmas can interact with multiple social hierarchies and across different levels of these hierarchies without identifying with any of them. A Sigma, after all, is his own man. Let's take, for example, those group projects we used to have in school. Probably most of us Sigmas have already done this or would have wanted to do the project solo as a one-man group, basically doing it all by ourselves. Perhaps our reasoning was not wanting to rely on others or not wanting to waste time and especially quality through so-called groupthink. But at the end of the day, if we were forced into a group and it came down to being the designated group leader or just the member, we would still be effective in each role. I would argue that Sigma males would make the perfect spies or secret agents like James Bond, because we can comfortably shift in and out of different social situations, are able to think for ourselves and not be subdued by the herd mentality, and above all, are more challenging to pin down due to our natural disconnection from the social hierarchy. The only kicker is, working as a spy or secret agent puts us at the mercy of a social hierarchy, which we would prefer to avoid. So I'm just putting it out there as a possible career choice for some of you guys. So now we move on to the bad news, because every strength usually comes at a cost. Being a social chameleon opens up a weakness. Now I could be wrong to generalize all Sigmas having this weakness. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, but it is a weakness I have noticed with myself and the Sigmas that I know. Sigmas, by virtue of wanting a certain degree of independence and freedom from anything, will feel our batteries start draining when we are exposed for an extended period of time to the extremes. What I mean by this are, for example, we can go to parties, hang out in clubs, participate in community events like extroverts do, and maybe even appear like we are at home in that environment, but we cannot stay for long. On the other end of the spectrum, most Sigmas are naturally introverted, so staying alone for months would not bother them, but the more extroverted of us would go insane if we did not go out and interact with at least one person each week. Of course, in each case, the exact scale of discomfort you will feel depends on how naturally extroverted or introverted you tend to be, but what I'm saying is, in the case of interacting in social situations, a Sigma male often puts on a mask or even masks that start to break down the longer he spends time in one particular environment. And instead of having it break down and for people to see his real self, a Sigma male will often prefer to withdraw from that environment and jump to another one, or just retreat back to his cave. Just like Bruce Wayne of Batman, he acts one way as Bruce Wayne toward the public, he acts different around his butler Alfred, and is a completely different entity as Batman. But only the Joker sees him for who he is. You know why? Because I believe that the Joker too is a Sigma male. I will end with this. Our ability as a social chameleon not only makes us resilient, but ultimately allows us to use extroverted social situations for receiving input, which can be used to further improve the things we are working on when we are introverted in isolation. These highly improved things we are working on in introverted isolation can then be presented back into the world for the betterment of the human civilization. This is the power that mature Sigma males have. It is a gift that can be used to change the world and leave a legacy. How will you use your gift? If you aim to grow to your full potential as a Sigma male, then subscribe and hit the notifications button to stay connected as a member of the Kaiju Pack. More videos are on their way. Please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. This will support the channel's growth and help many more men out there. And with that, this gathering is concluded. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care, brothers.